Egolessness and love, he said, goes together. When you don't have much of an ego, you will love everybody. It's the ego that makes us get angry on people, upset with people. But if we don't have an ego, what is there to get angry? We accept them as they are. I remembered in one of the Navaratri celebrations in Prashanti Nilayam, one of the things which happens even to this day, but in those days Swami used to do personally, and for years and years, I'm sure there are hundreds of videos. Swami himself used to serve all the people who came from the surrounding villages. He used to serve and do Narayan Seva himself. That is how he set the example. You have seen many videos of Swami, even in the stadium recently, serving the people. I remember one particular incident. Again, we were all kids. There were no Sevadal in that time. We were Swami Sevadal, cleaners, bhajan singers, everything. So, for those of you again who are familiar with Prashanti Nilayam, now there is a road that goes next to the general hospital all the way to the stadium. In that area, there was a Patashala where the Sanskrit used to be taught to the young children there. In fact, that is the first institution that Swami started, was the Veda Patashala in Prashanti Nilayam. So there was a big old-fashioned kitchen where they used to cook with, wooden logs. They used to cook in the old days. So this huge amounts of food used to be cooked there by all my aunts, and my uncles also used to help. And they used to cook for hundreds of people, and the Narayan Seva would be done throughout the 9 days of Navaratri during the Dasara celebrations. One particular day, we were all young kids and we used to be there, and Swami would be serving everybody. And the image, whenever anybody says Narayan Seva to me, the image that I get is lines of these villagers, poor people coming from the surrounding village for 9 days to have the food and prasad that Swami was distributing. And Swami in that hot sun of Puttaparthi at 11:30, 12, about 95 degrees or 100 degrees temperature, Swami personally serving every single person, bending and straightening, bending, straightening, himself personally. We love to subcontract everything, but Swami I never saw Swami do that. He himself, with a bucket, somebody would follow, one of the men, and he would bend, and they would all be sitting on the ground, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. So this serving of food would happen every day. One particular day, all of us were standing youngsters. Swami would suddenly say, go and bring some more leaves to be put for these people, or bring water. So we all wanted to do seva in front of Swami. Forget about all this internet business. If he is not there, who cares? But if he can see us, more the better. So we all wanted to be there. So we would be there. And suddenly he would call us, go and bring some water, go and bring some rice, something. And suddenly that day, as he was serving, he came to a young mother with a small baby in her lap. The baby must have been like a year old or something. And Swami was serving a rice dish. And obviously that 1-year-old child cannot eat that rice dish. So suddenly he turned to some of us youngsters standing there. And he said, go and bring some milk from the Patshala. In that Patashala, always milk would be boiling because these South Indian ladies need coffee to cook all this food. So all day long they'll be making coffee. So we all ran. 1 glass of milk Swami asked, but 20 of us ran. Because we want to show Swami how efficient we are. So we all ran. We all got this boiling hot milk that was boiling there. And we ran back in a big, in a pitcher we got. And by that time, Swami had served and gone a few people away further. He had served and gone further down. And we knew, he said, the child needs milk, right? So we got the cup and we poured the milk and we handed it to that 1.5-year-old child sitting on the mother's lap. As Swami had walked away, he didn't even look behind, but he knew all omnipresent Swami that, stop, he said. Agu, stop, he said. So he stopped. Swami came back very fast. Swami used to walk. So he came back quickly. We are holding the pitcher. Said, stop. And he said, he came back and he touched the milk with his finger and said, is this the way to do seva? in your excitement to show me how efficient you are. This is a 1.5-year-old child. You are serving boiling hot milk. If the child unknowingly puts the milk in its mouth, it will burn its tongue. Even when you do seva, you must be conscious of how you are doing that seva. You should be conscious. Not just do seva to put in the Sanatana Sarati, he said. To put in the Sanatana Sarati, you are not doing seva. You are doing seva to see me in that child. Then he took, I remember Swami taking 2 cups in front of mine, that hot sun blazing, standing there with bare feet on that sand, pouring the milk from one cup to the other cup, from one cup, bringing the temperature down, cooling that milk, and then patting the child on the cheek and said, Bangaru Tagu, now you drink it. It's okay. So that is egolessness with love. He didn't care that he was standing in the sun. He had to come back all the way after serving another 30 people. He came running back to show us what it was that seva really meant. Not do seva for the sake of doing seva, but understand that it is affecting somebody's life. So that, egolessness and love. Then he told me later, not only, I narrated this incident in South Africa and other places, but once before I had narrated this incident in Chicago, I think, and Swami said, not only egolessness and love, I served milk, I built the hospital also, Bangaru. I built the hospital also. I made the water project also. That also I did it for my devotees only. That is love. Doing it for the sake of doing it. Doing it because you just love with no expectation.